welcome. You're watching Unplugged TV India. This is Alice Francis. Thanks for tuning in. Another BJP leader makes a derogatory remark on Prophet Muhammad and is facing a massive anger from the Muslim community. Well, another question is why there is so much hate against Muslims in India, or let's say in Modi Kal. I mean, this is what the recent incident suggests. Well, we'll get into the details of the story in a short while, but before that, let's catch some major updates from around the world. Supreme Court criticizes Baba Ramdev, says how can he accuse doctors as if they are killers. The Supreme Court on Tuesday pulled up Baba Ramdev for ridiculing doctors in allopathy while praising Patanjali products. The CJI said how can he say all this, accusing all the doctors as if they are killers. He cannot abuse doctors and other system of medicine. The court added, what is the guarantee that what he is advocating will cure people of all diseases? Mumbai hotel gets threat call. Caller says 4 bombs placed, ask for ₹5 crore. A man called the Lalit Hotel in Mumbai's Ville Parle East and said 4 bombs has been planted in hotel premises. Police said that accused asked he will give them locations and tell them how to defuse the bombs if they pay him ₹5 crore. The caller also said the family of the general manager was on their target. Cache of assault weapons recovered. The Border Security Force recovered a bag of assault weapons along the India-Pakistan border in Punjab on Tuesday. 3 AK series rifles with 6 magazines, 2 MP3 sub-magazines guns with 4 magazines and 2 pistols were unearthed in the state's Firozpur sector in the early hours. The weapons are suspected to have been smuggled in from Pakistan. China to start issuing visas to Indian students again after 2 years. China has announced plans to issue visas for Indian students wishing to go back to study in China after over 2 years of delay due to COVID-19 restrictions. The new relaxed visa rules will come into effect from August 24 onward. The Chinese embassy in India said External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar had earlier raised the issue with China. A heavy price would be paid for invading Taiwan, President Tsai amid China threat. Amid the China threat of an invasion by China, Taiwanese President Tsai said a heavy price will be paid for invading or attempting to invade Taiwan, and it will be strongly condemned by the international community. Said what we have to do is to let the enemy understand that Taiwan has the determination and preparation to defend the country. US urges citizens to leave Ukraine, says Russia planning fresh strikes. The US has said that Russia is planning to step up its attack on Ukraine's civilian infrastructure and government buildings in the coming days. The US also urged its citizens to leave Ukraine immediately. This comes as Kyiv banned public celebrations to mark Ukraine's Independence Day, which falls on August 24, citing a heightened threat of attack from Russia.
हिंदू राष्ट्र बनाने के लिए लड़ेंगे मरेंगे जरूरत पड़ी तो मारेंगे
हम 16 सैनिक बन गए और इनके 20 लाख भी मार दिया हमने तो हम विजयी हैं.
So once again, a BJP leader is in the news for his derogatory comments after the endless controversy over BJP's former spokesperson Nupur Sharma's remark on Prophet Muhammad. Another BJP neta is in the line of fire after making controversial comments on Prophet Muhammad that triggered massive protest in Hyderabad against the BJP neta T. Raja Singh for the comments he made. In a video circulated on social media, Singh could be heard making offensive remarks about Islam and Muslims. BJP leader Raja Singh criticized Telangana police and called them Razakar police for arresting BJP and BJYM leaders during Munawar Faruqi's show on Saturday. The Hinduism in the police had died. They did not think their own gods were insulted and all were busy providing security to a person who insulted Lord Ram and Sita, Singh said. Post the comment, a massive protest and protesters marched on the streets from several parts of Hyderabad. last night demanding the BJP Neta's arrest. The situation is only expected to escalate further because the Nupur Sharma incident haven't turned into ashes yet. An FIR was registered against the Goshamahal MLA after protest erupted on Monday at several locations in Hyderabad, including the south, east and west zones, demanding action against him. However, this time the authorities did not make any delay in taking actions. Following the outrage in Hyderabad, T. Raja Singh has been arrested and is also suspended from the party on Tuesday for allegedly making derogatory remarks against Prophet Muhammad. The party also gave Singh a show cause notice for 10 days, asking him to explain why he should not be expelled. Raja Singh in the 10-minute video was allegedly making derogatory comments about Prophet Muhammad, taking a swipe at comedian Munawar Farooqi, whose show he unsuccessfully tried to disrupt recently, said it was a comedy video just like Farooqi's alleged videos on Hindu gods. He asked why the insult of Ram and Sita could pass off as comedy but not of other figures by other communities. During the arrest, Singh told reporters that his video was pulled down by the social media platform on which it was uploaded and that he will upload part 2 of the clip after his release. Just like Nupur Sharma, Raja Singh, who is an MLA from Ghosh Mahal, is also known for making controversial comments, and this is not the first time that he is standing in the line of fire. In 2015, Raja Singh landed in hot water when he attacked a police constable after he stopped the BJP leader from playing loud music at 2 a.m. in the morning at a wedding ceremony. A video showed Raja Singh abusing and shoving the cop, following which a case was registered against him. Later that year, the BJP MLA faced the fire after he threatened a Dadri-like incident in response to a planned beef festival at Osmania University in Hyderabad. He also stated that he was ready to kill or get killed to protect Gau Mata. Also, in an election affidavit filed by him in 2018, Raja Singh declared that 43 police cases were lodged against him. The offences ranged him from taking out rallies without permission, delivering hate speech, to rioting, defiling a place of worship, and attempt to murder. Facebook labelled Raja Singh as a dangerous individual and banned him from all its platforms for hate speech in September 2020. It was followed by the action came after the BJP MLA made posts on the social media network in which he said Rohingya Muslims refugees should be shot, called Muslim traitors and threatened to raise mosques, the Wall Street Journal had reported. In April 2022, Raja Singh was booked by Hyderabad police for creating a nuisance and disturbing public peace and tranquility after he made provocative communal speeches during a Ram Navami Shobha Yatra. During the procession, he also sang a song with the lyrics, Bharat will become a Hindu Rashtra soon. And counting the recent one, last week Raja Singh had threatened to stop Munawar Farooqi's show in Hyderabad and said he would burn down the set at the venue. He was placed under house arrest for the threat. India's alarming escalation in hate speech is a matter of huge concern. In today's India, a religious gathering can turn into a call to violence, an invitation for Hindu worshippers to hate the others. Not just the politicians, but various dharm gurus are also responsible for the rapid spread of hatred among the communities. For example, Yati Narsinghanand Saraswati, the 58-year-old head of the powerful Dasna Devi temple in the northern Indian state of Uttar Pradesh, was one of the several right-wing Hindu leaders who spoke at an event in Haridwar city where they openly called for violence against Muslims. Also, the Indian media contributes equally to the mess. Journalism is now endangered and what's masquerading in its name is business, with open display of bigotry and hate against Muslims and other minorities. It not only builds its viewership base by hook or crook to get more advertising money, but it also doubles up as a PR firm serving the interest of the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party, to show it as the savior of India. Suresh Chavanke is a self-described far-right Hindu nationalist who also happens to be chairman, managing director and the editor-in-chief of Sudarshan. This channel is blatantly Islamophobic and highly influential when it comes to its short videos which are widely circulated on social media. On live television, Muslims are openly called anti-national and these sustained daily attacks on Muslims are causing fissures in the society. Moreover, this hatred has acquired prime-time legitimacy due to the massive reach of such channels. As India celebrates the 75th anniversary of its independence on August 15, it is far from the equal society envisioned by its founding father, Mohandas Gandhi. Evidence is mounting that the Bharatiya Janata Party government is encouraging some of the most flagrant anti-Muslim discrimination seen in any democracy. Credible reports suggest that a growing number of the country's 200 million Muslims are subject to planned and targeted threats, assaults, sexual violence and killings. Despite a grave deterioration in the protection of the human rights of India's largest minority, the reaction from the international community so far is notable for its silence. There is credible evidence to suggest that serious violations of human rights against Muslims in Uttar Pradesh and Jammu Kashmir, murder, torture, sexual violence, unlawful imprisonment, and persecution were committed in a systematic manner, consistent with state polity to suppress the rights of Muslims. Some acts may amount to crimes against humanity. Politicians who make hateful remarks towards a specific group of people or Muslims are simply expressing long repressed rage when aroused. We have seen shocking incidents after Nupur Sharma's incidents where people were killed for showing support. While it's here on social media that bigotry against Muslims is more pronounced, it takes inspiration and content from the news channels that engaged in hate 24/7. So the question remains, why does Indian media detest Muslims so much? Why don't news anchors like Sudhir Chaudhary, Arnab Goswami, Deepak Chaurasya, Amish Devgan, Anjana Kashyap, Rohit Sardana and their types ever get tired of demonizing Muslim day in and day out? Is that the majority Hindus have always hated Muslims and after 9/11, the advent of Bin Laden, Al-Qaeda, ISIS and 2014, it just became the new normal to do so publicly? Or has the persistent propaganda to reinforce fanatic beliefs about Muslims are being violent and irrational led majority Hindus to inculcate them in their daily lives, even if they have personally never experienced any of those propagated beliefs? It's high time. This needs to end. If not now, then when? If not us, then who? Thank you for watching Unplugged TV India. Please hit like, subscribe and share and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.